Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world, really, right? Just a few things. Today, I wanted to talk about saying yes to your new you, saying yes to your I, saying yes to yourself, saying yes to the dreams and aspirations that you've been bringing forward for yourself. You've been manifesting. You've been connecting to a space of ecstasy, of manifestation, of dreams. You are creating your own life. What are you creating? You are bringing these things through you, for you, from your highest self into this physical being, creating the energy. What are you creating for yourself, and what does that look like? Like, what does it look like? So we connect to a space of our consciousness, and we connect to a space of our hearts, and the things that we've been creating for ourselves, our dreams, our aspirations, the things that we know we're here for. We can feel the knocking on our soul. We can feel the knocking within us of, hey, there's that thing that you're supposed to be doing. Or there's that thing that you have the soul connection to. Or there's this thing that you're passionately driven by. There's the thing that you're so connected to that you just have to do. Hello, my love. Hello, my love. What is this thing that you've been creating for yourself? What are the changes you've been trying to make in this physical realm? Can you see them? Can you feel them? Can you smell them? Are they there? Like, for real, are they there? How do you notice this? Like, once we notice our consciousness shifts, we can see our old mindsets. We can see our old mind drama. Like, um, how do I explain that without putting things on blast? Like, say you're going to an old friend's house, like from school or something, from childhood days, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever. You go to their house and you can see how everything is so the same, right? Everything's the same. Their mindsets are the same, their mind dramas are the same, their relationships are the same. They're still talking these constant collective conscious karmic patterns. You can see it. That is when you know your consciousness is shifted, shaped. Interesting. That's when you know that you have taken off that layer of consistency. You've taken out that layer, you've allowed yourself to be open and raw and bring yourself into a whole new form of existence. For some reason, I can't talk today. That's okay. A whole new form of existence. You can constantly see how you have shifted yourself, your life, your experiences, your mindsets. You can see how you've made different choices. You can see how they get to where they are. You can see how they are still stuck in their same patterns. You can still see how they are still stuck in their mindsets, in their karmic patterns, shitty relationships, never ending mind drama. It's sad, right? Like, I feel such a longing in my heart. Like, we deserve so much better as humans, but you are putting in the work to create that better. You are putting in the work to create your highest and best in this physical reality. How fucking cool is that? And you shifting, here's the goosebumps, you shifting your mindsets, facing all your mind dramas, your karmic patterns, your family's karmic patterns, you are shifting the fatty face of this consciousness. You are shifting the face of this world. And you're doing it one day at a time. And being able to see that is knowing that you have shifted that consciousness. And I am so fucking proud of you, like, for real. And knowing that and feeling that and seeing that is like, I have this longing in my heart of, man, we deserve so much better. I can't wait to show you how to shift this, or we are paving the way as we create our new consciousness, as we create our new consciousness. We are allowing other people to create it for themselves, because they're going to look at that. It was like we are planting seeds for them to follow. The bridge builders. How fucking beautiful is that? So I ask you, like, how old friends, even new friends, like, we can go through a conscious shift overnight. Like, we can meditate for a few days and have this aha moment inside of us and be like, I see how this is different now. So I ask you, how do you see your life changing? What are your mind dramas? What are your mindsets? What are your activations? How is that shifting within your consciousness? Take a good, honest look. I'm telling you, once that sinks in, you're like, wow, that's really shifted for me. How fucking beautiful is that? And then you get to see how far you've come. and all the work that you've put in, and how much you're helping the consciousness of the fucking universe shift. How fucking cool, right? It's beautiful. I wrote down a couple other things too. How you can consciously shift through your thoughts. Oh, through your throats. Thoughts. Seeing your consciousness shift. We just went through that. Feeling it shift in your body. What does it feel like when you can see the old mind dramas, the old patterns, the old lifestyle choices that your friends or your family or whoever are in from your past? Where does that feel in your body? Because there could be some old mindsets in that space, or there still could be energy that you're cleansing from your body and your auric field. So when you see those old mindsets and you see how yours constantly shift, what does that feel like in your body and where? If there isn't any energy left to shift, how have you brought in more energy to consciously shift that, to energetically shift it like a fucking time bomb or a supernova soul? How have you brought in the energy to cleanse it and cleansed it out to a point where you are expanding around all the old mindsets, the old mind dramas, all the mind pits? We're going to call it mind pits because there's so much. There's family tradition. There is family conditioning. There is family karma, family curses. Some people call it family curses. But these are mindsets that we've been growing up around our whole lives. To consciously see them is fucking beautiful. All right, what's next? Noticing your new thoughts and when. How and when to set boundaries. And what does your new life look like? So we're going to go to the what does your new life look like first, because it seems so fitting. So once you've made it through the shift and you see how much your consciousness has changed and you're having this moment like, oh, wow, right? Wow, I did it. The Six of fucking Wands, like, wow, I did that. I fucking did that. Right? So what? The Chariot card is underneath it, and the fucking Strength card. There are no fucking accidents there. Then you have this empowering moment. You're like, I fucking did it. I did it. I did that. Like, I'm shifting the consciousness of my family. I'm shifting the consciousness of the fucking universe. And we're bringing it forward into a high dimensional reality of existence because we have shifted, and then we allow other people to shift, right? We're leaving breadcrumbs. So what does your new consciousness look like? What are you creating? What spiritual business are you holding on to? What habits are you trying to change? What habits in your home are you trying to change? What habits within yourself have you been working on? You know, but what, like, seriously, what have you been manifesting? What is that dream, that whisper that's been whispering within you? What is that thing that keeps you up at night? What is that passion that you just have to fucking do, even if you're stumbling over your own throat? What is that thing that you just can't live without? What is that thing that you're creating? Like, you are creating something profound. It is within you. What gifts are you unfolding from within yourself? Oh my God. Like, see it, feel it. Are you working towards it? Are you putting in steps every day to work towards it? Are you setting goals? Are you revisiting your patterns so you can shift the fuck out of things that aren't working for you? We learn and we fail and we grow and we learn again. We have to get used to failing. Like, I fail all the time. Like, this isn't working for me. I'm going to try something else. That's why one of the topics is setting boundaries, because certain things don't work for you, or you allow life to get in the fucking way, and then you're sidestepping and your soul's knocking on you like, hello, there's this thing we're supposed to be doing. Like I've been staying up late just doing my thing or whatever, and it's like, no. You're supposed to be getting up early. You have all these things to do. You have this list. Like, you have goals for your dreams. And it's like, why are you staying up late? Why are you doing this stuff? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And that's your soul knocking on your consciousness. That's your soul knocking on you like, hello, there's these things you're supposed to be doing. What are you doing? And you can feel, or for me, I can feel that in my solar plexus and heart space, because I have this yearning to bring these things forward. I have this passion to bring forward these things that I've created, to bring forward my medicine to share with the universe, to bring forward new stepping stones for people to work through their own mind dramas, for people to work through their own family conditioning, for people to work through their conscious conditioning, and knowing the steps in which I've worked through so I can shift that and allow other people to do the same or guide them through. These are the things I'm supposed to be bringing forward. And I have lists and I have these things, and this is my passion, right? This is my study. This is what comes from the soul. And this is how I'm supposed to be bringing it forward. Are you following your soul's breadcrumbs? So if all these things are getting in the way And we can make excuses like, oh, it's because it's my dad's celebration for life, or it's because the kids were doing this, or the kids were doing that, or it's like super hot, so I just didn't want to today, or all of these things to give yourself excuses to sidestep on your self-discipline, to sidestep on yourself. Are you choosing yourself at the time? I mean, maybe. I mean, we all need the self-love days where we're like, I'm going to the fucking lake, go fuck yourself. Or I have to mow my lawn, or I have to keep my life in balance. I have to get my laundry done. I have to do these things for the kids. That's keeping things in balance. Those things all we dance around. But when it's the constant giving yourself, or not giving yourself permission, rather giving yourself excuses, that's when it's time to check yourself, to sit in that space and question your boundaries. Like, what is important to you? Does it keep you up all night? Is it something that you cannot live without, like a fucking food that you just cannot live without? Is it something you just have to have in your diet? Is it something that you have to have in your fucking person? I have to do this. I have to speak this. I have to fucking love you. I have to show you the way. Whatever that is for you. What is your medicine? How are you bringing that forward? And how are you setting boundaries to make sure you're bringing that forward? Setting boundaries. And sometimes that's not always nice. Some boundaries are hard, especially when it's fun to be frivolous. We'll call it frivolous, not like, maybe that's not the proper word to use, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever. How are you setting boundaries with yourself? Because you're the first person to put yourself in check. Holding yourself accountable. Are you holding yourself accountable? Are you setting boundaries for your highest and best in this physical reality, in this physical now? And what does that look like? And then how are you holding yourself to them standards? And then how are you holding other people to them standards? Like, I can't do this right now, I have to do my school. Or I can't do this right now, I have to bring this forward. I can't do this right now, I have to do this. Whatever that is, whatever your medicine is, whatever your study is, whatever your passion is, whatever that thing that you have to create, I have to do this right now. That is giving yourself permission to allow your dreams and aspirations to flourish through you. It's giving yourself permission to sit in your space of creation, to create your master manifestations, to create those dreams that you've been bringing forward so you can manifest them in the physical realm, because you are the master manifester. So how are you giving yourself permission, and how are you setting your boundaries, and how are you holding yourself accountable for where you are right now? If you're not where you want to be, if you're not feeling in alignment, if you're not doing the things that you feel that you should be doing every day, so on and so forth, whatever that is, are you holding yourself accountable? And then giving yourself permission and strength to bring it forward. You have the abilities. You have the strength, you have the discipline, you have everything you need within you. 20 minutes, an hour a day, 4 hours a day. What is it you cannot live without? What is it that you have to create? How much time are you willing to give that? How important is it to you? Are you staying up at night to create it? We have a lot of hours in a day, and we can create with every blink of an eye. So how are you bringing that forward for yourself? How much time are you allotted to yourself to create these, to bring it forward, to ground it in, to build your fucking foundation? Because at the end of the day, that is where everything crumbles or stands strong at your foundation. So speaking of foundation, what does your foundation look like? Your roots, your fears, your foundation. I hear you're fired, which is interesting. Like, you have strength in anything that you're creating. Do you have something to fall back on in your creation? These are things to hold yourself accountable for, and definitely bring into discipline, because you are capable of creating and doing anything you want. And once you see your shift through the consciousness and see your shift through all of the old mindsets and all the old mind dramas, it gives you that inspiration to bring that forward for yourself, because you deserve that. The people around you need that. The universe needs that. The consciousness needs your medicine. And it's time to bring that forward. And now is the time to give yourself permission. And now is the time to hold yourself accountable, to put your roots in the ground, feel your foundation, shake it up if you have to, and ground in some more discipline or self